Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a time in everyone's life when they must stop waiting for the world to hand them their destiny and instead rise up and design it themselves. Too many people drift through life allowing circumstances to dictate their path, believing that fate alone determines their success or failure. But the truth is, destiny is not written in the stars. It is written by the decisions we make every single day. Each of us holds the power to shape our future, to carve a path that aligns with our dreams, and to step into the life we truly desire. The question is not whether life will give you opportunities. The question is whether you will seize them. It is not about luck or chance. It is about choice. The choices you make today will define the life you live tomorrow. Most people spend their days reacting to life instead of creating it. They let fear, doubt, and past failures hold them back. They wait for permission, for the perfect moment, for some external force to show them the way. But the ones who truly succeed, the ones who craft extraordinary lives, understand one simple truth. You don't need permission to live your dream. You just need the courage to start. Think of the greatest achievers, the ones who changed the world, who left their mark, who built empires, created masterpieces, or inspired millions. None of them were handed their destiny. They designed it, they envisioned it, committed to it, fought for it. They failed, learned, adapted, and kept moving forward when others gave up. They refused to be victims of circumstance. Your mind is the blueprint of your destiny. Whatever you believe to be possible, you will pursue. Whatever you focus on, you will attract. If you constantly dwell on limitations, on why something can't happen, then you will prove yourself right. But if you shift your focus to what is possible, if you start taking bold action toward your goals, life has a way of aligning in your favor. Success is not a mystery, it is a process. It is the daily practice of designing your destiny with discipline, vision, and unwavering belief. You don't have to have it all figured out today. You just need to start. Take that first step, make that first decision, embrace that first challenge, and commit to becoming the architect of your own life. Because in the end, you will either look back and see a life you intentionally designed, or a life that was designed for you by fear, excuses, and hesitation. And when that moment comes, you'll want to know that you were the one who picked up the pen, that you were the one who built the dream, that you were the one who chose to shape your own destiny. So go forward, design boldly, live fearlessly, and create a life that when you look back makes you proud. Too many people go through life believing that their fate is already decided, that some unseen force has written their story before they even had a chance to hold the pen. But that is not true. Life is not something that happens to you. It is something you create. Every moment, every choice, every decision is shaping the path ahead. You are not a passenger on this journey. You are the architect. Think about the people who have achieved extraordinary success. Were they born with some special advantage that made their destiny inevitable? No, they faced the same challenges, the same doubts, the same obstacles as everyone else. But they made a choice, a conscious decision to take control of their future rather than letting life dictate it for them. They refused to accept mediocrity. They refused to settle for less than what they knew they were capable of. The most powerful realization you can have is that your destiny is not determined by where you started, by your past mistakes, or by what others believe about you. It is shaped by the decisions you make today, the habits you build, the mindset you adopt, and the actions you take. Every time you make an excuse, every time you hesitate, every time you let fear stop you, you are handing over control of your future. But every time you push forward despite uncertainty, every time you choose discipline over comfort, every time you believe in yourself just a little more, you are designing the life you truly want. No great achievement has ever come from waiting for life to change. The ones who build legacies, who break barriers, who inspire generations are those who dare to take responsibility for their destiny. They don't leave it to chance. They don't blame circumstances, they decide. And in that decision, they take back their power. Right now, you're standing at a crossroads. One path leads to a life that is simply a reaction to everything around you, where you follow what is easy, what is safe, what others expect. The other path is the one you create for yourself, the one built by your vision, your courage, and your commitment to something greater. The choice is always yours, because in the end, destiny is not something given to you, it is something you design. Fear and doubt are the greatest thieves of destiny. They creep into your mind, whispering reasons why you shouldn't take the leap, why you aren't ready, why you might fail. They remind you of every past mistake, every moment of uncertainty, every person who doubted you. And if you listen to them, they will paralyze you. They will keep you stuck in the same place, watching others move forward while you stand still, trapped by the stories you tell yourself. But here's the truth. Every person who has ever achieved something remarkable has felt fear. They have doubted themselves. They have questioned whether they were good enough, smart enough, or strong enough. The difference is they didn't let those thoughts define them. They felt the fear, and they moved anyway. They refused to let past failures dictate their future. They understood that failure is not the opposite of success, it is a stepping stone to it. You will never design the life you want if you allow fear and doubt to be in control. You must take back the power. You must decide that no failure is final, that no setback is strong enough to break you, that no amount of doubt will stop you from moving forward. The most powerful thing you can do is act, even when you are afraid, even when the outcome is uncertain, even when the path is unclear. Growth never happens inside your comfort zone. The life you dream of, the destiny you desire, exists on the other side of fear. And the only way to reach it is to step through, to prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. The moment you stop letting fear make your decisions is the moment you take control of your future. You have two choices. You can live in the shadow of your fears, or you can rise above them. You can let doubt hold you back, or you can move forward despite it. The power is in your hands. Your destiny is waiting for you, but only if you have the courage to claim it. Your mind is the most powerful tool you possess. It is the blueprint of your destiny, shaping the reality you experience every single day. Whatever you believe is possible, you will pursue. Whatever you focus on, you will create. Your thoughts are not just fleeting ideas, they are the architects of your future. Most people never reach their full potential, not because they lack talent, opportunity, or intelligence, but because they allow limiting beliefs to control their action. They tell themselves they're not good enough, not capable enough, not lucky enough, and because they believe it, they never even try. But the truth is, the only limits that exist are the ones you accept. If you constantly think small, you will live small. If you fill your mind with doubt, you will act with hesitation. But the moment you shift your mindset, the moment you decide to see possibilities instead of obstacles, everything begins to change. Your brain is wired to seek out whatever you focus on. If you believe in struggle, you will find it everywhere. If you believe you are unlucky, you will attract situations that confirm it. But if you believe in your ability to succeed, if you focus on solutions instead of problems, if you see setbacks as lessons instead of failures, you will begin to design a future that aligns with your highest potential. The most successful people in the world are not those who had the fewest challenges. They are the ones who mastered their mindset. They trained their minds to see opportunities where others saw roadblocks. They fed their thoughts with possibility, resilience, and belief. And because they control their minds, they control their destiny. You must guard your thoughts fiercely. You must choose to think in a way that serves you rather than limits you. You must ensure that your mindset. You must choose to think in a way that serves you rather than limits you. Every great achievement begins in the mind. Every breakthrough starts with a shift in belief. The moment you decide to take charge of your thoughts, to focus on what you can do instead of what you can't, you begin to take charge of your future. You begin to design your destiny, not by chance. The biggest battle you will ever fight is not against the world. It is against your own mind. The limits you believe in, the barriers you see, the reasons you tell yourself something can't happen are not real. They are constructs of fear shaped by past experiences, by the doubts of others, by a lifetime of conditioned thinking. But here's the truth. What you believe, you create. If you tell yourself something is impossible, you will never attempt it. If you convince yourself that success is only for the lucky or the gifted, you will never reach for it. Look at the people who have achieved extraordinary things. Did they have fewer struggles, fewer doubts, a smoother path? No, they simply refused to let limiting beliefs dictate their future. They chose to see possibilities instead of restrictions, opportunities instead of obstacles. They understood that the only thing standing between them and their dreams was the belief that they could make them happen. Most people talk themselves out of their own greatness. They tell themselves they are too young or too old, that they don't have enough experience, that the timing isn't right. And while they sit in hesitation, waiting for the perfect moment, someone else with half the talent but twice the belief is out there making it happen. Because success doesn't come to the most qualified, it comes to the most determined. The mind is a powerful thing. It can be your greatest enemy or it can be your greatest ally. The moment you stop focusing on why you can't and start believing in why you can, everything shifts. Doubt will always be there, whispering reasons to play small, but you have a choice. You can feed your limitations or you can feed your possibilities. You can dwell on obstacles or you can focus on solutions. Your destiny is not controlled by external circumstances. It is controlled by what you choose to believe about yourself. So choose wisely. The world will reflect back to you whatever story you tell yourself. Tell one that empowers you, tell one that fuels you, tell one that makes you unstoppable, because the moment you believe in what's possible, you will prove yourself right. Success is not a mystery, nor is it reserved for a chosen few. It is a process, a series of daily decisions, habits, and actions that, when repeated consistently, create extraordinary results. The people who achieve greatness are not necessarily the most talented, the most connected, or the luckiest. They are the ones who commit to the process, who show up every day, who do the work even when they don't feel like it. Too often, people chase success as if it's a sudden event, a lucky break, or a moment of fate. But success is never an accident. It is built step by step through discipline and persistence. It is waking up every day and choosing to work toward your goals, even when no one is watching, even when there are no immediate rewards, even when progress feels slow. It is understanding that overnight success is a myth. Real success is earned through patience, resilience, and an unshakable commitment to keep going. Most people give up too soon. They start with enthusiasm, but when challenges arise, when progress is slower than expected, when obstacles appear, they stop. They tell themselves it wasn't meant to be. But the ones who succeed, the ones who design their destiny, are those who push through when others quit. They understand that setbacks are part of the journey, that failures are lessons, and that consistency is more powerful than talent. You don't have to be the best in the beginning, you just have to be consistent. Small daily actions, when repeated over time, create massive transformation. A single workout won't make you fit, but showing up every day will. One investment will make you wealthy, but disciplined financial decisions over time will. One act of courage won't change your life overnight, but choosing to be bold again and again will. The greatest power you have is the ability to commit to your vision, to your habits, to your progress. You will never design the life you want if you only work on it when it's convenient. You must be willing to do what others won't, to stay disciplined when motivation fades, to keep moving forward when results are not yet visible. Because success is not about wishing, hoping, or waiting. It is about showing up every day and doing the work, no matter what. Too many people wait for the perfect moment to begin, the perfect time, the perfect plan, the perfect conditions. But waiting is the enemy of progress. The truth is, there is no perfect time, there is only now. If you keep waiting until you feel fully ready, you will spend your entire life standing on the sidelines, watching others take the opportunities that could have been yours. You don't need to have everything figured out before you start. No one who ever achieved greatness had all the answers in the beginning. They took the first step, even when the path was unclear. They moved forward even when doubt whispered in their ear. They understood that clarity comes from action, not from sitting still. The moment you take that first step, the next one becomes clearer. The moment you begin, the path begins to reveal itself. Think about the most successful people in the world. They didn't wait until they were completely prepared. They didn't wait until every fear disappeared. They started, they stumbled, they learned, and they adapted. Every great achievement is built on a foundation of imperfect first steps. Every expert was once a beginner who dared to begin before they felt ready. You don't need to see the entire staircase to take the first step. You don't need to have every detail worked out to move forward. You just need to trust yourself enough to begin. The only real failure is never starting. The only real regret is looking back one day and realizing you let fear and hesitation keep you from the life you were meant to live. Success doesn't come to those who wait for the stars to align. It comes to those who step forward, take action, and trust that they will figure it out along the way. If you want to design your destiny, stop waiting. Start now. Take the first step. Everything else will follow. At the end of your life, you will look back and realize that every choice you made, every risk you took or didn't take, shaped the life you lived. The question is, will you be proud of what you created, or will you be filled with regret for the dreams you left unrealized? So many people live a life they never consciously chose. They go through the motions, following a path laid out by fear, hesitation, or the expectations of others. They let circumstances dictate their direction instead of stepping up and designing a life that truly fulfills them. But destiny is not something handed to you, it is something you create. If you do not take control of it, someone else will. You have two choices. You can live a life that is simply a reaction to your fears, doubts, and external pressures, or you can design a life based on your vision, passion, and purpose. The difference is not in opportunity or luck, it is in decision. The decision to take ownership of your future, the decision to act instead of waiting, the decision to break free from limitations and step boldly toward the life you want. Most people let life happen to them. They let their dreams fade because they convince themselves there will always be more time. But time does not wait. If you don't claim your future now, years will pass and you will find yourself wondering where it all went. The cost of inaction is far greater than the cost of failure. You can always recover from a mistake, but you can never recover from a life you never truly lived. Your destiny is not something distant or unreachable. It is shaped by what you choose to do today. Every action, every habit, Every decision is a building block of the future you are creating. The question is, are you building a life you love, or are you letting life build itself around you? Choose now, step forward now, because in the end, the greatest success is knowing that you designed a life that was truly. In this very moment, you stand at the crossroads of possibility. One path leads to a life shaped by hesitation, by waiting for the right time, by allowing fear and doubt to dictate your future. The other path is the one you create with intention, vision, and action. The path where you take control, where you refuse to let circumstances, opinions, or past mistakes define what is possible for you. The choice is and always will be yours. No one is coming to design your destiny for you. No one will hand you success or map out your journey. You are the architect. You hold the pen. You have the power to create a future that excites you, one that is filled with purpose, passion, and fulfillment. But that future will not happen by accident. It will only happen when you decide to take responsibility for your life and start building it one step at a time. It does not matter where you are right now. It does not matter how many times you have failed, how much time you think you have lost, or how impossible your dreams may seem. What matters is what you do next. The moment you commit to designing your own destiny, everything changes. The doubts will still be there, but they will no longer control you. The challenges will still arise, but they will no longer break you, because you will know that every choice you make, every action you take is a brick in the foundation of the life you are creating. You do not need permission to chase your dreams. You do not need to wait for the stars to align. You only need to decide that your future is worth fighting for, that your potential is worth believing in, and that your life is worth designing on your terms. There will never be a perfect time to start, but there is always time to begin. And the best time is now. Make the decision, take the step, trust yourself, because in the end, your destiny is not written in the stars. It is written by you.